What will the other kids think? Am I the only one? Are they going to put him in jail? How many people do I have to tell my story to? I'm gonna miss my family if they take me away. Will anybody believe me?
Hi, sweetie. What's your name?
Bella.
Bella, are you here to visit with us today? Okay, come on back with me.
Last year, we had 770 children come through our doors, which is the equivalent of 1.4 elementary schools in our local jurisdiction. The Child Advocacy Center is a movement that brings all the services to the child under one roof so that all their needs can be taken care of in one location instead of them having to go all across the county to receive the different services they need. Our mission is to break the cycle of abuse one child at a time.
Really was the oasis, so to speak. I mean, in the middle of a desert that you literally feel you're lost, you don't know where you're going to go, what to do. You're just heading in a direction because that seems like the way you got to go, and you stumble across just a wealth of support.
We work with Child Protective Services, with law enforcement across the county, with county and district attorneys, and with medical professionals.
When children come to the Advocacy Center and they walk in the doors, see new faces, and they know that they're at a place that they can get help, the children seem to open up and to be very honest, which is helpful when it comes to the investigation. As a detective working with the Hutto Police Department and working with the Children's Advocacy Center, I'm assigned cases and responsible for investigating the cases that involve children who've been victims of violent crimes. My end result is to make sure that the offenders have been prosecuted successfully.
The Williamson County Children's Advocacy Center is a safe, neutral place for children to be brought to be interviewed for suspected child abuse. We have specially trained forensic interviewers, mental health therapists to work with them. We have medical examiners, and we also have community outreach professionals who go out into the community to teach adults how to recognize and report child abuse in the county.
Training is important because professionals are the ones who spend time with children the most outside of family. They are the ones who are able to recognize when a child may be in trouble and need help, and they need to be the ones to know how to properly make the reports.
A forensic interview is a conversation between a child and a trained forensic interviewer when there has been an allegation of child abuse or neglect.
One of our biggest goals is actually to work ourselves out of a job. So when they come to counseling at a CAC, they receive a special type of trauma therapy that addresses trauma symptoms so that the child can heal and move on to have a normal life.
We interview for any type of child abuse allegations. Forensic interviews are done at the request of law enforcement or Child Protective Services to give the child an opportunity to share their story and their experiences.
They may have been physically abused, sexually abused, or severely neglected by their caregiver. They might also have witnessed a crime or been through some sort of other traumatic experience. We want parents to be able to take over once we're done with counseling. And so we really do try to include the parent in as much of the counseling process as possible.
I think that one of the greatest things that happened is the relationships that our daughters had here with the whole staff and working with you on just the various feelings and challenges that they were up against in recognizing what happened and how to get past it and the tools. So it was a validation for us as an extension of our family and our views of what we want our children to learn and utilize to get beyond the challenges that they're up against, to have another voice outside the family that confirms that they're in a safe place, they're in a good place, and help instill the tools that they need in order to process it.
Children typically come to counseling here at the CAC for about 4 to 6 months, but that does completely depend on the child and what they've gone through. Children who have received a forensic interview at our center are always eligible to come back until they're 18 years old.
Once they come through our doors, we like to think the worst has happened to them, and we help put them on the road to recovery to help rebuild their lives so that they can grow up to be happy, healthy, whole adults.
I see working at a CAC as a huge privilege. I get to see the children who come to the center and their families heal and grow and get better, and there's really nothing better than that.
There's other people like us, but where are they? The biggest supports for me and my wife was the parent support group and being able to identify with other parents that are faced with the exact same feelings. And as terrible as it is, there's a comfort there in knowing you're not alone. I can't imagine it being planned out or illustrated any better than as it turned out. The CAC was instrumental in all of our growth to overcome it.
We receive funding from a multitude of different ways through federal dollars, state, city, county, as well as we rely heavily upon private foundations and local individual citizens to provide the services free of charge to all of our clients.
It is our job in the community to make sure that our children are safe, happy, and loved. We as the adults have to be the one to step up to the plate and make reports when we're concerned about a child.
The need that organizations like this have to be supported in every community, where it is incredibly valuable that the CAC is in every community to support those of us that have been affected. It's even more valuable as far as the proactive behaviors and education to prevent it from happening.
We offer the Recognizing and Reporting Child Abuse training for free. All people have to do is call the center and request a training appointment.
The resources of support just really help piece our family back together, and even though it's a new normal, getting us is pretty darn close to normal, what normal was before. There's only one statistic that's important, and that's a 1. 1 is too many. And the CAC and the services that are provided here, that's the mission.